for me to bring to you the founder of this program. And special person, been around for a long time, highly thought of all across the country. He established a mentor program at the SCA as a first-class mentor program. He brought the best practices from the SCA and applied them to create the best mentor program in the country at the MTA. Before Mike came to the MTA, you couldn't do business with this agency because you were too small. The MTA did not do business with small contractors. He's highly respected all across the country as the nation's leader in diversity and MW development. Very committed, hardworking. There are many strong words, okay, that are used to describe Mike Garner. Written passion are just two of them, which tells you most of everything you need to know about him. He has true grit. He's famous, known for saying, you know, just tell me about the problems, tell me about the solutions. It gives me a great pleasure and honor to introduce the founder of this program with the Vice President of the MTA and the Chief Diversity Officer, Michael Garner.
Good morning. When a church deacon starts giving you accolades, I get nervous because I think he's talking at my wake. So, but I'm just happy to be here this morning. Happy to see you here this morning. I just got off a plane from Puerto Rico yesterday. Where I had the opportunity to attend the Somos conference down there. A lot of power brokers, very excitement with the state senate going back to the Dems and Congress coming back, and so it was a great weekend. But I'm here because this program is a very unique and special program. And Bill is right. Under ordinary circumstances, you would not be sitting here in this room because you're not big enough, you don't have enough bonding, you don't have enough access to capital to do business here for the MTA. But we changed the way that we do business because we want to make sure that your taxpayers' dollars are not only being spent in an inclusive manner, but it's being spent in a cost-effective manner. And we came up with this special program. There's been 345 contracts awarded in this program since the inception, totaling $328 million. The action is here. We also talk about the SCA, where I spent 14 years building that first-class program out. But this program here is like 6 agencies in one program. And let me just give you some data points. Our fiscal year just ended on March 31st. There's 96 state agencies and authorities in the state of New York, 96. The MTA is ranked number 1 with dollars paid to minority women-owned businesses. We're ranked number 1. Last year we paid $634 million to firms like you. The second agency that came in second was ESD, Empire State Development Corporation. They are at $212 million. The third agency is DASME at $194 million. We're triple everybody else. And there's going to be a very short period of time, I would say in 2 years, that we're going to hit $1 billion. $1 billion in payments made to minority women-owned businesses in 1 year is going to be astronomical. But this is where the work is. The work is here. We changed the way that we do business. You can now come in and bid and take special advantage of all of our programs that we have, including training program, including this program here that was a brainchild of Bill Howe as a orientation, so you know what's expected of you in order for you to be in this program, to bid in this program, and to compete. And access to capital, access to surety bonding, and an ear for when you're not being treated right. And so when you're not being treated right, I want to hear about it, and I will focus on the solution and not the problem. And so this agency, this is where you want to be, right? Because the action is here, the contract is here, and all we ask you to do is finish our project safely, timely, and on budget, and work hard. There are no shortcuts here. We're strict here when it comes to adherence to what our policies are, because there are still people here who are not happy that you're here. you're a problem because we're used to doing things big. So we want to manage $1 billion contract as opposed to managing smaller contracts. And as soon as you don't do something, there are those people who will say, see, I told you so. And so follow our lead, follow our policies, follow the guidance of everyone in this room. And let me say that this program is up in 2019. So we went to the state and we got this program approved in both houses and signed into law, but it was only signed into law for 10 years. And so we're going back now to get this program renewed for 10 years. And I'm just gratified that the state senate has gone back to the Dems 39-23. That was a great thing. And Bill Howe should be applauded because when we went to Albany years ago, Bill was right there talking to state senators, talking to folks in the assembly. And this program bill failed the first year. It failed because we told the state that we were going to waive surety bonding. Because under ordinary circumstances, if you don't have bonding, you can't work in the state. So we were trying to help you by creating an environment that you, although you did not have bonding, you still had the opportunity to work, learn, earn, and grow. So the insurance industry came out and put a hold on the bill. So we failed the first year. So we went back to the second year and assured the state that we were not going to waive a goal. So we have an internal bond in which we will wrap you up. And so that's when the program was signed into state law. And Bill's friend, who was the governor's counsel, Peter Kerman, got the bill, and that bill was the second bill that was signed off during that session. And so now we're going back. I'm very optimistic that this program will be renewed for a second 10 years. And so this year alone, there's going to be about $100 million in this program that's going to be awarded in this program. And so once again, you are in the right place. Thank you for being here this morning. Appreciate it.
Thanks again, Michael.